Hey, how's it going? I'll just join the chat in case anyone wants to talk. Okay, back into it.
I wonder if any of Welrun's elders remember me. They'll realize exiling me was a mistake.
So, trying the acolyte. Oh shit. Let's try right-clicking, I guess. God, it's rough until you get minions.
Hey,
Hey, is that you, Rusky?
that's
Just trying out this acolyte.
Feel my wrath.
you forgot to ping everyone. I don't know if that was intentional or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I should. Do you think I should? I don't want to annoy people. I don't know if I'm getting annoying with it.
I'm sure you're not. I mean, if they don't want to watch the stream, they can just
Yeah,
mute the channel.
that's true. Alright, I'll just ping quick. Okay, I did the ping.
Very nice.
Oh yeah, no problem, dude, that you can't join. It's fine. It was nice to have you on before. When this gets multiplayer, we should play it together.
Yeah, I'm down.
I always forget that I have spells in this, because I'm used to just letting the minions do everything. But
Yeah, at the start you kind of gotta use spells.
damn. It's
I
harder.
wonder how... Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say it's harder than I remember. But
Oh yeah, I haven't played it for a long time.
I think it's only, yeah, 3 to begin with.
I wonder how Necromancy and summons are gonna work with multiplayer. Like, surely there'll just be tons of summons.
Yeah, I think that's what will happen.
Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. Now I can sit back and let the minions do the job. Ah, it's nice. Get them. So let's take a look at these guys. We've got 2 archers and 1 warrior. But later on we can really expand it out. How do I get the skill tree again? Is it K? No. S? Ah, yeah, this one. So every ability or spell or whatever has a whole tree behind it. And you can customize the minions in really great ways. I really like what they did. It's like a combination between Path of Exile and like a more traditional kind of game.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of last Epoch. Like, wait, sorry, what did I say? Yeah, last Epoch, sorry.
Yeah.
Path of Exile for me is a bit too much, but I think last Epoch is a really great in-between.
Yeah. Oh, they toned down the wraiths apparently, according to Hysterical Non-Agent.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I remember spamming a lot of wraiths. It's the stash. Okay.
Atera's blessings.
It's different than I remember. Like, I remember being in the void and stuff, but it seems like we're out in the normal world.
I think you'll be going there a bit later. Though I can't really recall.
Yeah. There's those things that look like Pokemon. They look like that little Pokemon with the skull on his head, in my opinion.
Oh my god, I know what you're talking about. Can't remember the name now.
Cubone or something, right? I think that's what his name is.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know my Pokemon that well.
Yeah, Cubone. Cubone, yeah.
I really haven't played or had anything to do with Pokemon since I was a kid. So it's been like, I don't know, more than 20 years since I really knew anything about Pokemon. Got our next ability. I never really make use of this type of thing.
Feel
No,
my wrath.
not that useful.
Yeah. It's time to do the minion dance. You know the minion dance?
Of course. The good old minion kite.
Yeah. Yeah, but the minions are good in this. They're strong and everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're
And
quite satisfying to use, unlike a lot of other games.
Yeah. I know that Diablo 2 is like a classic and everything, but I feel like a lot of these newer ARPGs do certain things better. And I think this minion variety thing is a lot better. Like with Last Epoch you get warriors, archers, and mages, and assassins. Whereas in Diablo 2 you only get warriors and mages. And I always wanted archers in Diablo 2.
Feel my
There are
wrath.
plenty of mods for that, right? I think you showcased some.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are mods that add that kind of thing. Gotta level up the passives. Yeah, so we want to be going towards Necromancer, because it's the minions one. This one is more of a DPS one. The Lich.
Ooh, Assages?
Huh?
I think... Try and have a look at the stream. I think the screen is bugging out a little bit. I just refreshed and it's still buggy.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I've got an idea of what we can do about that. Settings. What I noticed was there's a streamer mode somewhere in here. Is it graphics?
Well, welcome back, Rambles, by the way.
Hey, Rambles. So this might help it. I turned on streamer mode, maybe that helps it.
No.
Doesn't?
No, it is not.
It's bugging out a lot, isn't it? Okay, let's try something else.
Yeah,
Let's try...
Could it be your full screen or borderless mode?
Yeah, it's borderless window right now, so I'll try windowed. Maybe that helps.
And try full screen. That'll probably...
Full screen is usually the most problematic one.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that fixed it, but...
Oh, that fixed it.
Did it really?
Yeah, I'm watching the stream right now.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's so weird. They shouldn't change anything.
I think it's just different processing because when the difference between full screen mode and windowed mode for most games is it uses a different screen size. So
I understand that, but he was in borderless windowed, which should be the same as windowed.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some like compatibility issues there.
And now the bottom of the
That's
screen is a
pocket.
bit cut off.
Yeah, yeah.
So, maybe we should try full screen. Let's try full screen and see what happens.
Do it.
It's usually the most problematic one, though. How is it?
Check it out.
No, it's broken again.
It's actually worse.
Yeah. I think we'll probably just have to stay on windowed.
Are you
That
are
is
you
annoying.
streaming via OBS?
Yes.
Okay.
What I could try doing is, Give me one sec. Where's this OBS? So instead of
Yeah, it's a sizing issue.
screen capture, what we could try is game capture.
Yeah,
But
that's... Yeah.
I usually have more issues with that. Where is that now? Screen capture? Window capture? Let's try window capture. And yeah, we want... Oh, where is it? Last Epoch.
Keep in mind, the window capture may not capture the sound, so...
Oh, well, I've got a separate audio capture, so hopefully that does it.
Alright. Like, I was referring to the game itself, because...
Let me know how it goes.
I mean, there's no tearing, there's no bugginess, and that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the audio to the game is completely quiet now.
Oh, for God's sake.
No, it's not. That's good.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Help me. They took her.
Oh, there, it's actually working. Sorry, I guess you were like alt-tabbed or something?
Yeah, I was. Okay, well, we got it fixed, I guess. I hope. So that's nice. Do you have this game, Rambles?
No, actually, this is my first time seeing this game.
It's pretty good.
Is the necromancy in this game good, or...?
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah. This definitely feels very Diablo-esque.
Yeah, it is. It's that kind of genre. Yeah.
For the glory of Solara.
Thanks for the feedback, by the way, chat.
Feel my wrath.
For me, it's funny because I can't see the bottom part of my window, so you guys are actually seeing more than me. Sucks.
You should be able to put it back into borderless windowed, theoretically.
Okay, let's try. Let's give it a shot. Anything? Does it still work?
Let me see. It's you do have a delay.
Yes, it does.
Okay, good. Alright, so now we've got it completely sorted. So now, what do we do here? I think we have to put points in this. Forbidden Knowledge. Bone Aura. Increased minion damage. I think we need that. What do you usually go for?
Feel my wrath.
I don't know. I just go for whatever I need at the moment. I haven't played Last Epoch for a long time. Or when have they added anything?
They probably changed the skill trees. And multiplayer is coming really soon. Apparently.
Yeah, I think the open beta's in February. It's not that long, though. It's only for a weekend, but before then they'll be like gifting out keys to play.
Oh, okay. That's lucky of the people that get it.
Well, it's quite a lot of keys. It's like, I think it was 10,000 keys.
Oh.
And there's not that many people that play the game, so I mean, it's not that rare.
Yeah. I hope I get one. I hope we get one.
Of course.
There's nowhere to run. Surrender the shard.
Yeah, this guy is gonna get his ass kicked.
Dispose of this interloper.
These remind me of those things we're fighting in Conquest of Elysium. The harpy dudes.
Oh, yeah.
You probably don't remember them, but that was because your army just crushed them.
Of course they did.
defy Raya's will. My talent
Die.
will tear you apart.
There's really not much to ARPGs. Like they're kind of just
Feel
chill.
my wrath.
Yeah, but they do satisfy that power fantasy that you have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they do. So we got a staff and an amulet. What else? I think we leveled up a skill. Yeah. Okay. I want more minions, so where's the way for that? I guess this way. Yeah, more health on the warriors sounds pretty good. Your minions scale with intelligence as well. 4% health and damage per point. Okay. So, that's good to know. We need intelligence gear.
Ryan's forces are not finished with us. We don't have much time before more of them arrive.
Okay, now we're in that weird place, probably. The void or whatever. What mod are you gonna make next, Rambles?
What just happened? This
I haven't
place
decided
is
yet.
Fascinating.
I'm trying to give it some thought.
Bless Atera's name.
I'm feeling a little bit exhausted from just getting that done.
Right. Yeah.
I might just end up going back to working on my book. Because, yeah. I've been neglecting that a lot the last little while, and I don't want to leave it for too long, because it's... I want to make sure that it can get done so I can get it published.
Do you have writer's block?
Oh yeah, that is a frequent thing. Apparently it's a very common thing for,
Yeah, whenever I try to write, I have that too.
yeah. But, yeah, I might think of something soon.
I think
haven't
writing...
What? Go ahead.
I think writing is really difficult, like more difficult than coding or anything.
Oh, definitely, because it's not only do you have to make sure it's grammatically
Feel
correct
my
to
wrath.
make sure everything is sort of makes sense and it flows.
Yeah.
Coming up with the story, easy. You know, making sure it flows and that it's it's good to read and good to listen to. It's hard, especially if you're not really a reader. Or
Yeah. What I find is that you've just got no leeway for mistakes with it.
no.
Like, your writing has to be on point, and it's either good or it's shit.
Oh yeah, I think it's pretty good. The quick write-ups I did for the end quest for the Lichdom expansion mod that I want to make with Gavin. I think it was pretty good, honestly. Because I love writings that defy expectations. So, and I can actually pull it up and read it here if you want.
Sure, let's hear one paragraph.
All right. It's not too much. It's a I think it's like one page at least. If it was to go on like a 8 by 12 piece of paper.
Oh, cool.
It's a standard essay format, so let's see. Let me scroll up. Yeah, I love that little kid so much. That he is such a sweetheart, but he has no idea how modding works, so he's throwing ideas at me, and a lot of them are very, very... They're nice ideas, but they're not realistic in the slightest.
Yeah, I think I know who you mean.
So,
Gavin, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
He's young, he doesn't know any better. He doesn't own a PC, has never He's only played on console. He's never experienced the joy of console game of PC gaming.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's young? How old is he?
I think he's only 18.
Hey, that's me! That's me!
Okay. Oh no, like to me that feels young.
I mean, no, it probably is. In comparison to the average age of the server, it probably is. That's fair.
It's like compared to everybody else in the server, he's a baby. He is baby. You're a baby.
Most people, according to YouTube analytics or whatever, it's like most people are in the 20 to 30 bracket.
Yeah.
Apparently there's like a 7-year-old. I was like, whoa.
Like, wait, did you say 7-year-old or 70?
70.
Oh.
Oh.
But yeah, it
He's
could...
just very interested in necromancy, eh?
Yeah, it could just be someone lying on their age though, like just to troll YouTube or whatever.
Exactly. That's a thing. And if it's who I think it is, yeah.
You know a 70-year-old necromancer?
No, but I know somebody who poses as like somebody who's like elderly.
Right.
He's only 23 to 24, I think. And he has been on the internet since before he was 13 because of parental neglect. If it's who I think it is, yeah. And partly because I shared a lot of your stuff in my server.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Not gonna name names, I'm a decent person.
Hmm.
But yeah.
Is the Nick is also 18 apparently.
Oh, cool. I swear, I'm not judging anybody who's like the age of 18. It's just, yeah, when you have a number of 17-year-olds hit on you that try to round their age up to say that they're 18, it's like, no, I'm done. You're all baby. You are all baby. I don't care. Yeah. But yeah, so here's what I summed up here. Basically, the end quest is you establish your cult. You basically, this is when you finally bring and unite the worm cult back together with you have with your founding members. And the goal is you are to try and bring back Mana Marco by going into his world.
Oh, cool.
And the way they do it is that you perform the same form of lichdom that he did. You perform the same ritual that he did to attain, like, the Shade of the Revenant.
Is this fan fiction?
It is pretty much fan fiction.
Okay.
It's my fan fiction. You can judge me later.
My wrath.
But yeah, you perform the ritual. You go into his world. Now, at first, it just looks like sort of a different version of the Soul Cairn. It's green Soul Cairn with like red, contrast. That's sort of the color. Everything's in a gray tier. And you go in there and you can hear his voice just booming overhead, mocking you, antagonizing you. And then as you're going on, you get into this dungeon area where you're given 3 tests, and these tests are representative of the 3 aspects of the mind, which is like the id, the ego, and superego. So when you complete these tests, let me think. Where's the part? It was a really good part. You complete it, but you're kind of deceived again, and instead of going and meeting Mana Marco, you're sent back to the beginning of the game, where you're lined up against, up to the headsman's block, and you're about to be executed.
Oh, okay. So is this like Skyrim style, where you're like, with what's his name, Ulfric?
Yeah, right at the beginning of the game when you're about to be executed. But just as when you're shuffled up to the headsman's block, the same as the beginning, like, the dragon doesn't show up. But it's a cop-out because you're ported again, and you wake up in a meadow. It's like this peaceful meadow that's surrounded by a ring of trees, like a giant forest of trees that are, like, impassable. And in this meadow, there's like a small hill, a picturesque house on a hill, sort of thing. You're going up, and you knock on the door, you can't open it, and you hear somebody shouting on the inside, just a minute, just a minute. The door opens, and you find this Breton-looking character. And you realize this is Mana Marco. And you go through some dialogue trees and ask him, what are you doing here? Well, you know, how are you what are you doing here? Like, the cult needs you, we need you. And it says like, oh, he's fine here, he's not going back. You know?
But wasn't Manamarco an elf? Like a high elf or something?
Yeah. I kind of want to put the idea that, because in the beginning, when you first hear about Manamarco, he's not actually an Ultimer. Nobody actually knows what race he actually is.
Right.
So, I think, like, making him an elf is kind of just eh. Especially Ultimer. Like, I would much rather he was a Ennead or, you know, a Breton or a Wood Elf. Or even, an Alien.
Just not a high elf.
Would made more sense. But,
Yeah.
like, an Ultimer just, like, yeah. I know of, like, the Isle of the Sigil Order, like, what was the Isle of Artanium? Or...
Yeah.
I forget. Yeah, but, yeah, I know it was primarily, like, high elves, but...
You there, help me.
There's just a part of me that thinks that, it would have been better. It would have had, like... I feel like there's just too many elf antagonists. Like, way too many elf antagonists, and I think we need a little bit more, you know... We need more variety out there as well, so I decided, you know, fuck it. He's like a Breton.
Impressive.
Breton half-elf.
Okay.
I'll be right behind you.
Yeah, I understand.
And so, he sort of gives you sort of this choice where, you know, instead of him coming back to Tamriel, he gives you the option to basically kill him and mantle him. Basically, you know, if you mantle me, you know, you get my power, and you become Manamarco. Yeah. So you get ported to basically back to this sort of floating island, which looks like basically like a chunk of the Soul Cairn floating in a void. And you are faced with probably one of the most nerve-wracking boss battles, where you're forced to literally kill, like, the Death God at his full power. But when you kill him, you get his boon, including the ability of flight. You know, you get the title of Manamarco, and you get sent back home to Tamriel.
Right.
Now, there was also one other thing I wanted to do with that, is if you have very, very high speech skill and, you know, capped magic skill, I want to be able to have a dialogue tree with, using a speech check, with also having other factors playing into your magic skills as well. If you have, like full legendary, magic skills, you can basically reason with him that, like, I don't want to kill you, and he just gives you the boon. You know, you don't have to fight him. You know,
okay.
he stays alive and gets to live out the remainder of his immortality in this little nexus he's created for himself. And you get to effectively take his title, his boon, and his powers. He just hands them over to you because he doesn't want to be Manamarco anymore.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
It's not bad.
So Cheb, I see you're doing a Last Epoch live stream.
That's right.
Very good. And
Yeah.
Steve, glad you're utilizing the skeletons.
Yeah.
Very cool.
course.
My build is very similar. Of course, I know you're just in the beginning, but what I did, I focused on the skeletons, any mini that does physical damage, then I spec'd Rip Blood to where I could get back mana through that to replenish, spending it on keeping up my minions up, especially in really hard fights where there's a lot of AoEs going on and your minions are dying a lot. Really helps to get that mana back quickly.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I should try that. Yeah, I'm going to focus on melee made skeletons, I think. Or at least
Very good.
archers. Yeah.
Yeah, so later on you can get obviously the bone golem, and then
Blood golem too.
the wraiths, and you can even spec it to where you have 2 permanent wraith minions.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm not paying too much attention to my equipment, because I find this like a really tedious aspect of like comparing the equipment. What's better, this or that, I don't know.
Plus, it's not really necessary in the early game. That's more for when you get to the Monolith of Fate and you have to really, like, spec yourself right and boost up your stats as much as possible
Yeah.
to really push the end game. And also, with the way you can spec the Necromancer tree, there are some perk points to where I believe there's one to where you can boost not only your skeleton's physical bow attacks, but also any minion fire damage, which would help your skeleton mages if you had like the pyromancer.
Hmm. Cool.
So that's what I've been doing with mine currently, and I've been able to push it pretty far.
Which way on the tree did you go with Rip Blood?
Let's see. I went up cast speed, then the one where you can boost the amount of health you get back from the blood orbs and their speed at which they come to you, and then from there you can get to mana.
Right.
And then I spec'd in blood splatter to one where you have like a chance of it and not where it costs mana. And then you can do the blood infusion, which can boost your minions' damage, their attack speed, and any health leech that they get.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. So you can do some blood splatter, and that causes your minions to like go in a frenzy.
Oh, neat.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Especially in late game, like at level 66, you get this scythe where any attacks they do can replenish your own health.
Oh, okay. Very cool. They were saying, someone was saying, I think it was Rusky was saying that they're going to release multiplayer keys, so not everyone will be able to play, like only 10,000 people or something.
Oh, okay. I know in their patch in March they were going to release something like that, and then they were gonna have an updated Bone Golem. Like he acts completely differently, and he looks differently with the latest iteration. So I'm pretty excited to see, because they released a little video showing, like in their live stream, Mike showed a little clip of how the Bone Golem acts now, and
Oh, cool.
I think we'll like it. He'll be able to do a lot more now.
That's great.
Yeah, he's kind of like the minion version of the bear form from the druid. If that makes sense.
Yeah. What I really want is, I want to play a warlock. But
Yeah, me too. I'm really looking forward to when that masterclass comes out, because I know the Action RPG YouTube channel and Mike, I know they've been talking about how they want, or how, let me back up. They want the warlock class to feel like you're playing like Jafar from Aladdin. Like you can like manipulate people to fight for you or something like that.
yeah.
Like
Okay.
mind control type stuff.
Was it really like demon summoning too, or just?
Should be, I
No,
think.
I would really like there to be
Oh,
like being able to be like a void spellcaster, because like I
Yeah.
could just see the acolyte desiring to control the void. Like I could just see it, but
yeah.
we'll see.
So
We'll see
the-
what they do.
So there's no minions then with warlock?
I have no idea.
Hmm. I really hope there is.
Well, at the very least, like have like a basic imp spell or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, well, it depending on how
I
they.
know they're updating the Lich form.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It'll-
they showed a new they showed the new model. It looks really good. Much more detailed than like she's got like detailed like pointy armor plating on her now when you're in Reaper form.
Oh,
pretty cool.
Okay. Hi, Undead Apostle. How's it going?
So can you create custom characters in this, or is it just simply a roster of characters you choose from?
It's a roster.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like in Diablo where you have like the demon hunter, the warrior. Yeah. It's a lot like that. And then each base class has 3 master classes. Though some of them are still being developed, so some classes only have 2 master classes currently. I think the rogue, acolyte, what else? Oh, the mage too. We're still missing the runecaster. I'm interested to see how that subclass would play out, like how they're designing it.
Yeah.
So I think for some of them, they said they had to go back to the drawing board on what they wanted to do with them.
Oh yeah.
I would like to say that the key event thing is the February 2nd to the 12th, and that's 10,000 keys. And then the February 23rd to the 26th, there will be an open beta, open weekend. And then March 9th, it releases for everyone.
I do remember them talking about that in the live stream. That does make sense.
I think what I'm going to do is get rid of the archers and just have all warriors. Just for
Yeah. Are you gonna spec to where they can cast bone armor?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
I don't mind the skills archers, actually I like them, but I usually keep them, so I want to be a little bit different this time.
Yeah. With the warriors, they are more tanky, but they don't do as much damage as the rogue or as the archers. So do keep that in mind.
Maybe I get rid of the archers, but I keep the rogues. Then I have the DPS.
Yeah, for sure. Plus, if you spec into ability, like reduced ability cooldown, those rogues can really shoot out those AoE, like, what do they call it? The, I forget the name of that ability. They, like, throw blades, like, in an area attack.
Oh, like Shuriken or something.
Yeah, the Shuriken. They could do that a lot more often if you do, like, reduced cooldown.
Hi Gavin, how's it going?
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell happened to him?
Yeah, you missed it. I was talking shit about you.
Oh, Rambles, what are we gonna do with you?
Just a stanker.
Well, in a few minutes, I have to get started with work, so I'll have to get off of here. But I'll still keep your stream on and listen.
Okay, cool. Hope I can keep you entertained at work.
Well, you did good yesterday, so I'm sure we'll have no problem.
That's great. What do you have to do at work?
Well, I'm like a second shift custodian type of thing, so I have to go through the classrooms and collect trash and disinfect tables and sweep the floor, stuff like that.
Oh, that's the perfect job to listen to stuff to.
Yeah, like I get to work by myself. It's the same routine every day, so I get to like have my mind wander.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a job like that actually. It would be pretty
Yeah, it's pretty
good.
chill.
Because every job I've had has been like really mentally sort of taxing.
Oh, that's how it was with my last job where I was working as a receptionist at a doctor's office, and I hated it. And people
Yeah.
were so rude too.
Yeah, it's awful. Yeah,
Yeah,
it leaves you with no
I'll take a job
energy.
like this any day. Yeah, like you don't realize how much a job stresses you out until you're no longer in that job, and then you can be like, "Oh wow, damn, I was really stressed out."
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
You feeling lucky?
Oh yeah, totally.
Hope to see you again real soon.
Then it's like a weight off your shoulders. You're like, oh, finally.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what do we have to do now? Reach the precipice?
God's good with you.
I think a lot of these quests are optional, I'm not sure. Do you know, Maz? Are they optional, or do you have to do all of them?
With what?
The quests.
Yeah,
Hey, David.
If you want, there's like some of the quests will unlock idle slots. And that's the only way those slots unlock is if you complete the quest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they pretty much recommend doing that because you'll want those idle slots when you get to end game with your character.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Plus, there are a few that unlock passive points. So you get to push your skill trees even further.
Right.
So yeah, whenever I play, I try to go through all the quests. Of course, I've played them like multiple times, so I just don't even read the dialogue. I just, skip, accept.
Yeah.
But I gotta go.
Alright, see you, dude.
You guys-
Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, of
Have a
course.
good one.
I'll still be around for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Rusky, are you still there? Sorry, Rambles. Didn't
Yeah,
mean.
yeah.
I was just gonna ask you if you found a solution to your resume thing that you're working on.
Yeah, he came with a great suggestion.
Oh, good.
So what I was planning to do was having like a slideshow or like a carousel, and then it would just swipe around and show some of the things I did, some projects, some like a screenshot, and then you click on it, you could come in, you could see the code, you could see what I did. But he came with a great suggestion, which was to make, instead of a slideshow or carousel, it was to make an interactive, like, I don't know the word for it, but like an interactive window where you could interact with the code, and the code would like play automatically. So you could see all the code, the project would actually load, and you could interact with it properly instead of having to load it up in another site. And I think that's a great idea, and I'll
Yeah.
probably try that.
Yeah, that should work. Like, especially if it's JavaScript or something like that.
Yeah. I haven't done that before, but I think I can do it.
Yeah.
So should
Oh,
be good.
there's a big thing. Oh shit. Okay. Sorry,
big
Rambles. What were you saying? I didn't mean to cut you off before.
I think I actually forgot what I was gonna say. That's all good.
Okay.
Oh wait, like I'm thinking about probably dipping for a little bit and making some mac and cheese.
Oh, great.
I'm jealous.
Nutritious.
Because one of the things I got really good at making when I was one of the best recipes I learned how to make was how to make really good cheese roux. That's an ROUX for people at home.
Cheese guru. But no clue what that is.
It's a sauce that you make with cream and flour.
Oh, okay.
And
It's
what
like
I
a
do is
thickener for sauce.
I sort of bring up the milk or the cream to sort of a frothing temperature, and then I quickly add chunks of cheese to it as quickly as I can, and I keep rapidly stirring it until it's nice and soft. And
Wow.
keeping this sort of, I have to keep the temperature to a mid. I can't let it be too hot, or else it'll start burning on the bottom and get lumpy. Now, most people, when they're doing the flour thickening, they usually just put it in a separate container or in a separate cup, and they emulsify it in like milk or water to sort of, liquefy it before adding it in. Because if you try to add the flour in, it will immediately get lumpy and you'll get clumps in your sauce.
Oh yeah, that's because you need to stir it into butter first. If you do that, then it doesn't clump. I
Oh,
learned
yeah,
that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the butter method of a flour. I've somehow perfected a technique that where I have somebody slowly sprinkle in the flour while I'm rapidly stirring the liquid,
Oh.
and I have never gotten clumps. The thing is, it requires a very steady hand and very, you have to keep moving the liquid as you can. I wonder if like having like an auto stir would be, beneficial for that.
Yeah,
'Cause,
probably.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but it also traps a lot more bubbles in the mixture as it's cooking and thickening up. So it ends up being like thicker and creamier and actually kind of fluffier when you bring it out. So I have all this leftover fluffed up cheese sauce.
Oh.
And I'm gonna put it in some in some macaroni and cheese, cause yeah. It's not even
Sounds
like
like fun.
fancy noodles or anything. It's literally just craft dinner.
Yeah.
Instead of using the cheese packet that comes with it, I already have made sauce, so I'm gonna use that. There's some culinary artists that are looking at me and cringing. Like, what?
They're not cringing as hard as with my cooking. Trust me. To me, food is fuel.
Oh yeah.
I don't put much effort into it.
I try to put effort where I can, but if I can be allowed to cut corners, I will.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of person who will put pizza pockets in chili.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That sounds crazy, even for me.
It's not bad. It just came out like sort of like pizza flavored ravioli. Which makes me think, what would happen if you put ravioli in the air fryer or deep fryer?
Yeah, that sounds decent. I thought you were about to say in the chili. I was about to say that sounds cursed.
No. No, I'm not that crazy. Although they're just noodles.
Oh no, she's getting ideas.
Mm.
Hey, I'm the kind of person who figured out that you can put peanut butter and fried chicken and it tastes awesome.
Holy crap.
Okay, that. Oh. God is dead. God is so dead.
Also, hamburgers in a waffle iron.
Okay, I can see
Okay,
that one.
Go make your mac and cheese.
I'll be right back.
Speaking of weird food combinations, never, ever mix Vegemite and honey. I tried that one.
I've never had Vegemite.
Well, if you mix Vegemite and honey, it's like really close to vomit, in my opinion.
Oh,
Seriously
that's
gross.
spicy.
Yeah. I like Vegemite and I like honey, but not together.
I think Undead Apostle in chat is having a seizure about this disgusting food talk.
At my the job before my last job, we had an Italian there, and he was like really picky about food and stuff, so we used to like sort of troll him by describing like the most disgusting stuff we do at home and like how we defile Italian cuisine and stuff like that. Like, making pasta that was so overboiled that it was like so far from al dente that it could barely even be called pasta anymore, and how we'd like put pineapples on pizzas and just like anything we could do to get this guy riled up in food, because if we could, then he'd go on these giant rants. It was just so funny.
That really does sound disgusting, but also hilarious.
Yeah. It's the only way to have fun at work, or at least one of the only ways.
Of course. I'll be doing an internship pretty soon, and that is terrifying.
It'll be good. Don't worry about it.
It will. I have no doubts that it'll be good, but I am certain I'll fuck something up, and I'll like feel bad, but I know that's like the whole point of it. Fuck it up in an internship and not in real work, but stuff.
Yeah. If it's anything like my internship, you'll have like a month of like being a newbie. Then they'll be like, okay, time for you to do a real job. And then then you do real work for ages.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only difference is you're not paid like super well. But you do get a lot of leeway with mistakes, so.
You know, that's a trade that I'll take while I'm beginning.
Yeah. I really enjoyed my
Undead
internship.
Apostle asked, what do you do for a living?
Who, me? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't have a job right now. I'm kind of just like living off my savings and stuff, but usually like my career for like 10 years was a software developer. So that's what I'm trained for, and that's what I do. Most recently I did full stack development, which is kind of like front end, back end, and system admin all together. Kind of like you're doing basically everything, like the job of 3 people. And yeah, kind of sucks in that way. I wouldn't recommend full stack. If you can get like a standard position, that's better, in my opinion.
I'm kind of curious, what kind of like size was the company you worked at? Was it like big? Was it like small?
It was like 200 people, something like that. It was
Oh wow, okay.
like medium size, I guess.
That's a lot. That's big. That's big. I would classify that as big.
Yeah, but the first company I was in, it was more like 20 people, something like that. It was really small.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't know. A small company is probably nicer in most respects because there's more of a human connection. Whereas in the big company, it's more just like, oh, here's another number.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Might care about you a bit more.
Yeah.
That
But
makes sense.
since bosses tend to be a bit crazy, and you're like closer to them, it can also be not so good.
That is true, yeah.
Yeah, but in my case, it's kind of like, I didn't want to be a programmer, like that was my hobby. I did that for fun at home and stuff, and I kind of wanted to keep it that way. But then I eventually realized that I suck at everything except for that, so I was just like, okay, whatever. I
I'm
guess
starting to realize that too.
yeah, it's the curse of being like an autist or something.
Yep.
Yeah, like I don't know if I have autism, but it wouldn't surprise me.
You know what? I'll be honest, it wouldn't surprise me either. But,
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's nothing
I
bad.
don't know. I was really, really unmotivated to do anything. Like, I didn't even choose to, like, go into programming or anything. It was actually my mom that was just like, you're good with computers, do that. And I was just like, alright. So that's kind of what I'm doing now.
It's
yeah.
pretty good work.
It's good. And, like, I went into it as well because, like, you don't make bad money doing it. So, like,
Yeah, that's right. It's
good.
overall a pretty chill job. Like, it's got its problems. Like, no job is perfect.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
most of the job is pretty good. You're not out in the sun. You're not breaking your back. You're sitting down constantly, which has its own health problems. Like, really, I got into the habit of just getting up for any reason whatsoever. Just like get up out of the chair, because if you don't, well, maybe not when you're really young, like you probably have no problem, but like towards the end of my 30s, I was just like getting back pain all the time. So I'd make any excuse to get up every hour, like drink a coffee, go to the toilet, even if I didn't need to go, like whatever, just move a little bit. if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And for a long time I had a standing desk, and that helps too. Some people have like kneeling desks, where you kind of just like, yeah. You can get a standing desk for relatively cheap now. And by relatively cheap, I mean like 500 euros or something around that. It's still kind of expensive, but not if you're working full time. Because in that situation, what you generally have is like heaps of money, but no time. So it's like, you can afford stuff like that. Unless you have a family, then you can't afford anything, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm annoyed that my blood rip is leveling up more than my skeleton. Or is
That
it?
is quite annoying.
Oh no, my skeleton's ahead actually. It's number 5.
Oh yeah, right, slightly.
Good, good. Yeah, Mezcon says some of the most brilliant people are on the spectrum. Nothing to be ashamed of. I'm sure the most powerful liches are too. Yeah, for sure. I'd say so. By the way, I sacrificed my archers now, so these two are the last I'm gonna have. Kind of sad. But we'll spec into warriors. We'll see how we go with that.
They'll last till endgame, don't worry.
Especially if I name one of them Rusky, then it just won't die.
One shot the final boss, easy.
Yeah. What about you guys in chat? What do you want to do for work, or what do you do for work? Hysterical Not Agent says, I think warriors are particularly good if you're just going to have the skeleton mages. Sacrifice them anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I'd be excited about your apprenticeship, honestly, because what you'll get from it is you'll learn how to develop software properly. I assume it's a software apprenticeship, right?
Yeah, I mean, it should be like a web development kind of thing, I hope.
Okay. They're gonna teach you everything you need to know, like how to use all the tools, how to properly design programs and whatever. And then what you'll be able to do is use that knowledge in the future to make your own stuff, like if you want to make a computer game or put all that knowledge to use making a mod, you'll have all the skills needed. Yeah.
There's also one good thing. I'm doing it particularly early for my school, so I have like a year to a year and a half of just internship and stuff. Like, I have a lot of time. Should be good.
It's good, yeah. How long do the internships typically last in Denmark?
It depends on what you're doing.
Stay back. Run.
I don't know. I think it depends on what you're doing. It can last for like weeks to months. It's as long as you want, really. As long as they don't want you gone.
Okay. In Germany, it's very fixed. You've got like a school component and an exam at the end of it. And you got to do that. Oh, I forgot to name them Rusky, so they're gone now. Whoops.
Oh shit, got that one.
Yeah, so in Germany you got the school component to it. So you have like school that you have to go to. You either have to go to it like once a week, or it's like in blocks of like a month or something at a time. And for me, I had it monthly, like not every month, but like, I don't know, 4 months of the year or something was school. And it was really stressful and annoying, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's the same here. I think it depends. I can choose to do like part-time, like full-time. I can choose to work for however long I want. But then some days I'll have to go back to school and be there. I'm not sure exactly how much. I think it's like once a week or so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be something like that too. I think it'll be.
Yeah, I imagine in all of Europe it's probably kind of similar.
Pathetic.
Yeah, probably.
Increased damage. No, I don't want that. Oh, cool. When damage leaves you below half health, you summon a revenant. Oh yes, I want that.
Hello.
Hi, how's it going?
It's good.
That's good. Yeah, I want to get this revenant
Out of curiosity, where are you from?
Me?
No, just a soldier.
Serbia.
Serbia.
Serbia, right. Sorry.
Why do you ask?
I just forgot. I remember that you said it, but then I forgot. So.
Yeah.
What do you do for work?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm in college. I don't work right now.
Okay. What do you want to do once you're done, if anything?
Well, I'm doing college for diplomacy, so maybe a diplomat.
Nice. That sounds pretty cool.
Fancy.
Yeah. I've never heard of anyone wanting to be a diplomat. That's a new one for me. Pretty cool.
Well, I wanted to get into politics, but not to be a direct politician, so I chose diplomacy.
That makes sense.
Before I got to college, I was working as an electrician.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Those are useful. Yeah. You need quite a bit of math for that, I think. Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah. You need math and some of physics. Physics is also important.
Right. Yeah, for me, like, physics and everything was something that I really like learning about, but I don't like being tested on. If that makes sense. So, I'll watch all the physics, like, videos on YouTube and be, like, really interested, but I don't want to take any classes in that.
I understand.
Yeah. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. I think I'm... Can I go here? Travel? So we... What is this? The evacuation.
I'm so lost right now.
Yeah. Am I meant to go... I think we've done this area. I think we need to go back here.
Yeah, that might be.
And then we need to go to the ancient path. Like, we need to be going east, I guess. Or is there something I'm actually actively doing? Find and evacuate trapped people in the lost refuge. What is that? Lost Refuge.
But I thought you.
Oh.
I'm so confused. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, there it is down there. Okay.
Oh. Oops. They've been waiting for a while then.
Yeah. I've been waiting for a long while. Okay.
Minimus, run, you stupid one. Leave me.
Minimus. You should set up a GitHub though, I think. Do you have one?
I do have one. Currently I don't really have anything on it because it's all just been schoolwork. But I do have a GitHub and I do have a LinkedIn. I do have those linked to my portfolio as well, so yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I think those can be kind of valuable because
Definitely.
yeah, employers can look at that. I'm trying to always build up more and more stuff on my GitHub.
Yeah, I don't know what to put on it. Like, it's kind of hard because like I thought about making like a little compact, minimalistic, modern like weather forecast kind of thing, which I thought would look kind of nice. I could put that on it. But other than that, I have no idea what to make. Like if I was in like like software development, it'd be a bit easier because then you could just make whatever. But in like web development, I'm not sure.
Well, I'd say just any kind of website would be good.
Yeah, you think that'd be interesting enough to like look at?
Definitely, yeah. Especially if you're looking at doing web dev stuff.
Yeah, you might be right. Just make interesting websites. I guess that's not bad.
Yeah, and you can do the various different technologies like oh, what's it called again? JS something? Node.js? Yeah, Node.js.
Yeah, Node.js. Sure. Yeah, I can use some frameworks for some. Yeah,
Yeah.
I might do that. It's not bad.
Because every stupid place wants Node.js now. So if they're looking for a Node.js person, you can say, hey, I know Node.js, I've done this. So you can show them. And the main thing about it is like less of like being able to show them stuff, but you having the understanding to describe what you've done in a job interview. You can say like, I built this and that, and bloody blue and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But because you did it, you can actually talk about it. And when you have to use that stuff at the job, you already know kind of what you're doing. I wish I could make the map bigger. What the hell? Can I
It's
move?
not like Diablo where it just goes over your screen.
Yeah. Oh, you can do that, but it's no more zoomed out, right?
Yeah.
Because I think I've just got to rely on this little question mark. But yeah, I'm at a dead end.
That is really annoying. Oh my god.
I think I gotta go back all this way.
That is some poor design.
Yeah, I tried some Node.js recently because I'd never used it before. It's okay.
Yeah.
I don't really remember much about it now. Even though it wasn't that long ago that I dabbled in it.
That's just how it goes.
Yeah. It didn't interest me terribly much, so it kind of just all went out of my mind.
When I learned, when I got started with learning PHP, I really just fell in love with it. I'm not sure why. It's like some really old language, but That's great. I
PHP.
love PHP.
Yeah, I can understand why you like it.
Feel my wrath.
Really enjoy it for me.
I have used PHP a very long time ago. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It used to be that you could tell what a website was running just by the index or whatever, because PHP-based things would have index.php, and
Yeah.
then the other websites that were all Microsoft and whatever, they had something else. I don't remember what it is. I don't think you can rely on that rule anymore, but you used to be able to reliably know just at a glance.
You can on you can on some websites, but you can also just choose to hide it. It's kind of just an option. You can just choose to hide it or not. But other than that, yeah, you can still tell if something's made with PHP or just HTML or whatever.
Yeah. But for some reason, people stopped using PHP. I don't know why. Like, of
It's
course,
actually still really widely used.
yeah,
So it's still very popular.
but not for new things, right?
I don't know. Let me have a Google.
I know that it's still very used, but like, I'm not sure it's like the first choice for stuff anymore. For whatever reason, I don't know why.
Yes, I think it still is. Yeah, it's apparently used on like 80% of websites still.
Oh, wow,
And still
okay.
being developed.
Then forget everything I
it's-
said.
It's quite useful still. That's nice.
Yeah, that is nice.
It is probably slowly being phased out, but still, it's not bad.
What's replacing it though?
Let's look. JavaScript, Python. Python?
Yeah,
Alright,
my Necrobase is Python. Made that in Python.
pretty cool. Ruby, Golang, Java, C#, TypeScript. I wouldn't have thought to use C# for server-side programming, but I mean, I guess.
Yeah, C# can be used for anything. Just like a general purpose kind of language.
I do know some C#, but I had an exam on C#, and I just got so stressed out, I was just like, no. And then I just dropped that whole course. And then I
Really?
just focused on web development.
Hmm.
Which went a lot better, I must say. I got like almost the best grade on all of them. So good.
Yeah. I don't know that much about web dev compared to the other kinds of dev. Like, front end is probably my weakest point.
I'll be honest, bro, it's so much easier than software development. So much easier. Fantastic.
What's easier about it?
It's just the coding aspect. If you mess up something when you're writing software, that breaks pretty much everything. If you mess up with something during like web dev, it doesn't really change anything, and it's so much easier to like to find problem like error solving. It's maybe that's just for me, but it's just easier to code in it. It's just easier to make sense of what does what. It's easier to get something going really, really fast. It's more visual as well, because you can just see everything you're doing constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like.
I think...
It does also earn a bit less money, but
Yeah, I think we've done it. I don't know. There's no more question mark anymore, so I guess we did it. So we can go back, I guess. Let's read what the chat says. Since the game levels were made sequentially by a novice dev studio, it shows in the early game, I think. Yeah, I'd say so. I find in this game I get more lost than in other ones, like of the same
May a
genre.
smile upon you.
Hmm. Maybe because there's not as much like guidance. Like in Diablo, you have the full map, and in like Path of Exile, you have the little guiding thingy.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. But in Diablo, there's like, you can only really go forward, right?
Yeah, that's true as well. Yeah.
Like, especially in Diablo 1, it's just always going down. It's like you're on a big stack, and you can only go down. Diablo 2 is kind of like that too, but like horizontally. Whereas here we
Do you
kind
have
of...
any other like hobbies?
I do like making dioramas.
Diorama.
Yeah, like fake scenery for like figurines and stuff. Like,
That's cool.
yeah.
What do you make it for? Like any like setting?
It used to be just for fun and for doing Dungeons and Dragons with.
Hmm. That's cool.
Yeah, I've got photos of it, of the things I've made. I can send them later. They're already in Discord somewhere.
You sure? I'll be down.
It's kind of, it's a weird art form because you can make really impressive things without being, like, horribly skilled. If that makes sense?
Yeah.
And it's all about foam work and painting. So,
I suck at painting.
well, here's the thing, you don't need to be a good painter to make good dioramas. Because it's not like painting a canvas. It's like you're painting rocks and things like that. It's not too hard to make something look like a rock. You do like a dark grey undercoat, right? And then you use a technique called dry brushing. And it's basically where you wipe most of the paint off the brush, and then you kind of like feather over the thing, and it just, everything that's like sort of sticking out gets highlighted. So if you've got like a crumpled up piece of foam or whatever, and you use that technique, then it will look like a really nice aged kind of rock. And you can use that on bricks and any kind of structure, really. Like, to make wooden planks, I used to take like a piece of foam and get a wire brush and just like sort of cut the wood lines into the foam using the wire brush, and then I'd dry brush that and make it look like wood. Stuff like that. But it's not like you're painting the Mona Lisa or something, it's really forgiving.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah. And there's lots of videos on YouTube about how to do it. But the issue with it, I found, is that I can satisfy all of that kind of need just by doing game development, like making little things. And it doesn't cost me money in paint and materials and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
There's something nice about working with your hands, though.
Yeah, definitely. I wish I was more talented at that. I'm really, really bad with working with my hands. The amount of like hobbies and small things I've tried learning, like drawing, or I used to be really into drawing, but I just lost interest and I was really bad at it, so I dropped that.
Yeah.
Kind of a
Hey,
shame.
hey, Zvinik, you didn't miss too much. We killed a boss, I think. A couple of bosses. Went for a portal. We got lost. We spent quite a lot of time lost trying to figure out where to go. But then we got back en route. So now we can start getting bone armor in our skeletons. Let's do that. Oh, I guess we can't do that yet. We need one more point in that. Okay. Pretty soon we'll be able to go down Necromancy. we can get the Ethereal Revenant now. So if my health drops below 50, then I will get a Revenant. It's nice.
Oh,
What
wonder
are
how
your
useful
thoughts?
that is. Go on.
What are your thoughts on last Epoch compared to Path of Exile and Diablo?
I like it a lot. I like the skill system more than Path of Exile because Path of Exile is like item based and kind of confusing. Like you need to know a lot about this, and it's really good for people that want to min-max because they can take the different gems and like combine them and make really cool outcomes, but you don't know what your outcomes are. But with Last Epoch, it's a bit better for a casual because you can just look at this tree and you can see, oh okay, I want this end result, so I'll work in this way. Whereas in Path of Exile, you kind of need to know what you're doing. So I prefer their way of doing it here, but I know a lot of people disagree with that.
Yeah, I kinda like Path of Exile more.
Yeah. I know why people like it more. I totally get it. I think
I'm a casual.
Yeah.
You go first.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, I think Path of Exile possibly has a better story. Like a better world.
Yeah, I like the skill system more. Skeletons that are summoned in Path of Exile are better for me than, because I have zombies that are permanent, and then I can use gems to link my skeletons to a totem, and then I put the totem and skeletons get out themselves. I don't know if I'm explaining it very good.
Yeah. So you put the totem down and then that summons the skeletons.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do all kinds of things to change the behavior by linking the gems. There's lots and lots of videos on people doing crazy stuff with that game. It's kind of like, you've got like a skill gem, right? And then you have modifier gems that change it. And you can link them all together, and it's sockets and equipment, I think. So you...
Yes.
Yeah. But I'm too lazy to learn how all that works.
It's very time consuming.
Yeah. And I don't know what my possibilities are. Oh, it's got that really huge skill tree too, which is pretty cool. Where you can kind of go anywhere. It's an awesome game.
Yeah. I still can't make a very good Death Knight build, which sucks.
Yeah, I don't think I have a favorite ARPG. I kind of like all of them, but in different ways. And I don't really play them that much. Like, I'll play... Like, I never finish them, right? Like, I just play a little bit of this and I get bored and I change. I like Grim Dawn a lot as well.
Can you even finish those kinds of games? It's like, they're endless. You just keep killing bosses and repeating it.
That's true, yeah. But usually you're able to finish like on normal difficulty or whatever. And then you have like the other difficulties after that. Like, I usually don't even finish normal anymore. Or the equivalent of that. Like, I've never even finished this one. Although I played this game like 3 or 4 times, I think.
Feel my wrath.
I finished Diablo 3 at least. And Diablo 2. Maybe Path of Exile. I think I finished Path of Exile.
Well, the main story is really easy to finish now.
Yeah.
but the Atlas, that's like an expansion, like end game. Yeah, that's you can only do that if you have special builds. So
Yeah. I remember in Diablo 2, the best build I ever came up with was one that was just focusing completely on skeleton warriors. I got really far with that. Like no mages, nothing else, just like all the points into skeleton warriors and skeleton mastery. And I had like basically invincible skeletons. But it stopped working in Hell or halfway through Nightmare. I wasn't able to progress with it anymore, so then I quit.
mhm. Sounds interesting and fun.
Yeah, it was good. That's a sad thing about Diablo 2 is the mages seem useless actually. Seems like you waste your points if you go for mages. I've never found a way to make them work. But maybe that's just me. What about you guys? Did you ever make mages work in that
I'm
game?
back.
Hey, welcome back.
So, why are the mages useless?
Oh, they don't deal anywhere near as much damage. And if you get ice mages, which is like a random thing, they actually steal corpses from you because in Diablo 2, when an enemy gets like frozen, if it dies and it shatters, you don't get a corpse from it.
Oh, yeah. I can see how that could be.
Human, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Human, can you understand?
Especially if you
That's
want to
good.
like
They
reanimate
are
a very
the- they
powerful
won't live,
corpse, but
you are the
you can't because you got frozen.
That's good then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be frustrating.
Find a way in there so we can save the humans.
I'll probably play it again and show you guys. Oh, is this some kind of dungeon? What does it want me to do? Each attempt in the dungeon requires a key. I don't have a key.
Oh, are you at the Lightless Harbor, whatever it is?
Yes. Yes, I am.
So you mainly get those closer to end game. Like you'll get those in like random loot drops or basically random loot drops. But you're more likely to get them like at like past level 50. So you can just come back to it later.
Okay. Yeah, anyway. Oh, sometime I'll do a stream of Diablo 2 with my pure skeleton build.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't mind
That would
watching
be great.
because I've been interested in that game, but it's seems like there's a lot to it. Like how simple it is. I'll just stick with that for now. But
Yeah. Sorry, what did you ask?
maybe go ahead.
I was just gonna ask what you were going to say. I think you're in the middle of saying something.
Hey, me.
The Serbian guy.
Oh,
I said it would be great to see you play Diablo 2.
Ah. Yeah, that's one we could also all play together because Battle.net works well. But I haven't bought the remastered version. I've still got the old one.
me and Blizzard are kind of falling out still right now.
Yeah. I don't really want to give them any more money, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think they deserve it.
No.
My personal opinion.
After Warcraft Reforged, understandable.
Yeah. That's just
Well, not only that, but like Overwatch 2, like how they shut down the first game, and now the second one has a lot more like it's kind of more scummy with the microtransactions, and I do not like it.
Yeah.
Like if they put them behind a paywall, whereas the old game, you paid.
Yeah, it's just the
you
tip of
got
the
paid for it.
iceberg.
It's like it's bullshit. Yeah.
For me, the biggest problem is just their supreme kind of arrogance and their complete sort of like corporatism. Like they've got no creativity anymore.
Oh,
Like all they care about is the shareholders at this point.
well, that and the like the college boy mentality of like how they treated women in
Yeah.
the workplace. Like that's just nuts.
Yeah. I didn't read too much into that because I was kind of like, oh shit, yeah, like whatever, they're doing scummy shit, but I didn't like read into what they're actually doing.
I remember it's like a lot of like inappropriate,
Right.
that kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
At least StarCraft and Heroes of the Storm are still good.
Yeah. StarCraft
Yeah,
will always be good. Yeah.
Yeah, I do miss Heroes of the Storm a little bit. I played that game a lot. It was fun, and StarCraft 2 is good.
Yeah. And the remaster of StarCraft 1 is also good. I have it.
You can still play Heroes of the Storm, it just doesn't get any updates anymore, but it's a good game.
That's the card one, isn't it?
No, that's Hearthstone.
That's like the League. It's
Guys?
like the League.
What do you think this stone looks like?
I would rather not answer. I think your stream would get demonetized.
Is that an Easter egg or
Your entire
what?
channel.
Someone straight up... That's on purpose.
It's
That's gotta
something,
be...
that's for sure.
Yeah. There's no way
Well,
that's...
You should rub up for it. You should rub against it. For good luck.
I'm gonna take a screenshot of this one.
For a second, know what you're talking about.
Don't worry about it.
That's gonna be my thumbnail or something. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm trying to go this way, to the surface. I must be in the sheltered woods somewhere, right? Past Penis Rock. Up this way.
God.
Yeah, it must want me to go up here. What were we talking about? Blizzard, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Another thing that's interesting that's coming up is the new Dragon Age game.
What are your thoughts on that?
There should be a new Dragon Age game coming. You know Dragon
Think
Age?
it's good?
Yeah. It's BioWare, so the chances of it sucking are pretty good. Hey, we've got a bug minion. Yeah. I do really like the lore of that setting there.
Yeah, I think they kind of went downhill after Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah.
Sorry, my face is tired.
That's so good. I love this
No,
little
that's
bug.
a joke from the game.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's dead. Our little bug minion. That's sad.
Was it like the cold beetle?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty useful. I think in the Monolith of Fate, there are some spikes that you can get like 4 or 5 of them at once.
Oh, that's awesome. I love temporary minions. Like, I don't like temporary minions. There's something I hate, but I like the ones you just get like that.
Like
They're
for free?
Yeah.
For limited time, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nice little bonus, especially if you need it, like if you're at Texas place.
Yeah. I guess I meant to go this way. Yeah, the surface. That is where I wanted to go. I feel like I'm being cheated almost since they get a few more games out of them than I do. Yeah, I see where you're coming from. I got annoyed with Blizzard really early. Basically around when Diablo 3 was released. Because it didn't have a Necromancer and I was really looking forward to that. And then when I complained about it on the forums, everyone, like the moderators and stuff, were like, well, you know, it's really sad that you feel that way, but you know what I would do? If I was you, I would just go and play Diablo 2. Because it has Necromancer. I said, you mean the game I've been playing already for a decade? You want me to go and play that? Are you nuts?
Dumb answer.
Yeah. And then, like, later on, they finally released Necromancer, but behind 2 paywalls. It was behind the expansion and then the DLC. And at that point, I was
behind the expansion too. I remember the DLC, but not the expansion.
For the DLC to work, you had to have had the expansion. It's like that.
That's dumb.
Yeah, so at one point in time, if you wanted to have a Necromancer in Diablo 3, it would cost you the full price of the base game because Blizzard never likes to bring their game's price down over time. So even
that's true.
even like 10 years later, you're still
At
playing
least
like
the current Blizzard.
yeah. So you'd have to pay like full price, like for Diablo 3, then full price for an expansion, then full price for the DLC. It costs you like over $100. Or you
Just give us the money.
yeah, or you could just go and play any other game like Grim Dawn, which at the time had a really good necromancy system. So I was like, yeah, I'll just play that instead. Path of Exile, I'll play that. But the new Diablo they're working on. Sorry, what?
How do you feel about Path of Exile 2 coming out?
I'm
I
really.
don't know when. Maybe,
I'm looking
maybe
forward
soon.
to it. Yeah. When it comes out, I'm gonna play Path of Exile again.
Feel my wrath.
I hope they will have better necromancy.
Yeah, I hope so.
Do you think it'll be a continuation of the story, or like, do you think they'll recap all that's happened in the previous game?
I think they are not going to have the story. Maybe some mentions, but it's going to be a completely different story. Something like
okay.
that. Yeah, it's supposed to be like after a long time after the main story of Path of Exile 1. But who knows?
Hysterical Non-Agent asks, I've not played Diablo 3. Is the Witch Doctor kind of necromancy? Yeah, he is. He's got some, like, I don't really remember what minions he has. I think it's some kind of zombie. But I recall problems with it, like either timers or limits. And just wasn't anywhere near as cool as the Necromancer that the previous game had. I remember at least I wasn't happy. I don't really remember the details.
Yeah. The summons for the Witch Doctor are really underwhelming.
Yeah.
I think it's like some zombie dogs, and then there's some like mosquitoes or something. It's really not great.
Yeah. I think this is useful, right? This ward stuff. Yeah, I think... What's this, Blood Pact? No, I don't want that one. I'll just keep leveling my Revenant up.
I would really like to see Grim Dawn 2.
Oh, yeah. Do you think we'll get that?
No, but I would love to see it.
Yeah, I of all the ARPGs, Grim Dawn is the one that I liked the story of the most. Actually paid attention to it and read all the little like lore notes and stuff.
Yeah, it had a great story.
Yeah.
So many factions.
Look at this, Rip
But
Blood. Sorry. Rip Blood can be cast on your minions, but no longer cast on enemies. Interesting.
What?
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no problem. I forgot what I wanted to say.
Yeah. All good, yeah.
I think the last Epoch has better skill tree than Path of Exile, just because you can focus more clearly, I can say it,
Yeah.
on what you want.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Yeah. I like being able to see like where I can go. With Path of Exile I don't really know. And it's also like
Yeah, it's
chance
definitely
based.
clear progression.
Yeah. I remember in Path of Exile I was farming for ages trying to get like a chest piece that had a particular kind of rune pattern to it. Like sockets or whatever, because I needed like, oh, I don't remember anymore, like 2 red and 2 blue or something like that. And it just wasn't dropping.
Yeah.
Because I needed like the specific combination for whatever build I was going for. This was like ages ago, like 2015 or something, so I don't remember anything about it beyond just like trying to get that piece of armor, and it like, took forever. I think I got it in the end though.
Yeah, that really sucks about Path of Exile. You have to invest a lot of resources to get a specific item to do its thing like you want it
Yeah.
to do.
Who makes Grim Dawn again? What company is it? Something with a crate, right? Crate something.
It's called Crate Entertainment.
Right. Are they working on anything new?
They are, but it's not a ARPG or anything. They came out with a game called Farthest Frontier. It's like a like a village building survival game.
Yeah.
Like a city builder, it's called, yeah.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
currently in early access.
I'll have to look into it.
Yeah. Apparently it's pretty good.
I didn't like Titan Quest much.
I don't think many people did.
It has some great mods, but the base game is sucky.
Yeah. I also don't like the Grim Dawn expansion, like the newest one, for that reason, because it's very Titan Quest-like. I just like the Ashes.
Forgotten God.
Yeah, I think so.
Ashes of Malmouth were great.
Yeah.
Was great.
I love that one. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. I also didn't like Forgotten God.
Yeah, I didn't even buy it. I was like, oh, I don't think this one's for me. But Ashes of Malmouth or whatever, I bought that so fast. Not only because it had the Necromancer. I was already using modded Necromancy before then. But also because just the story was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was great. You get to see more of the spirit side.
Yeah, the ethereals, yeah. Really cool.
Yeah. The base game was fine, but from materials you get to see the demon people, and
Yeah.
they were interesting, but kinda underwhelming. Underwhelming.
Yeah. Yeah, the ethereals are the more interesting faction. They're also like really evil too. I was kind of like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, I believe, like, spoilers here, so... But, like, they would take women and, like, turn them into ethereal factories by, like, corrupting them. Something like that.
Yeah. That was, I think, you get that information at the beginning when you fight the warden.
Yeah.
I think they did that because Ethereals originally were of that world, and then they get cast out.
Yeah.
My English is really bad right now.
No, it's okay.
It's not that bad. You're pretty good.
I don't use it very often, so sometimes it's hard to speak.
Yeah. That's fine.
Understandable.
I always am impressed with anyone that's foreign and can speak English, because I had to learn German and it was really difficult, and I still can't speak German like super well, so I kind of know like how difficult it is to learn a second language or whatever. And everyone that I meet that's from like a different country or whatever can speak really good English, like way better than my German.
Yeah. I think because for a lot of careers, they are told that like it's important to know English to get anywhere.
Yeah.
But I have the same issue with Russian. Like I went to St. Petersburg once, like years and years ago, and I only remember two words, like "spasibo," which I think means thank you, and "до свидания," it's like goodbye. But that's all I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, and the end.
In Serbia, most people learn English when they're young because we watch Cartoon Network and other children cartoons on English, so they just pick it up. So everybody
That's
here,
so cool.
yeah.
It's really good, yeah. I heard
I
about
picked
people...
up English at like 9, like 8 and 9 is when I really started speaking it from Minecraft and then YouTube.
I don't know how you guys do that. Like how you can just learn from watching TV or something. That's crazy.
How much I
When
watch
you're
anime that pick
younger,
up Japanese, but I can't.
it's just when you're younger, you pick up languages way easier. Like I
Yeah.
picked up English in like a year or two, and when I was like 10 or 11, I was pretty much fluent. And then I had to learn German. And I cannot speak any German. I don't know any German. I just couldn't do it. I sucked at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, kids are like sponge. They pick everything up, and
They do.
it's easy.
Including
also-
some stuff the parents would rather not have them pick up.
Yeah, it happens, especially in this day and age.
Yes.
I also am learning English, German right now. It's hard.
It is hard, yeah. Especially with the conjugations.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only German I remember right now is like Guten Tag or something like that.
Yeah, that's right. Guten Tag, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I can remember.
The only Russian words I know are swear words. And, of course, no. Yet. But, you know, I watched a lot of that, like, Russian road rage dashcam footage for fun. So I know a lot of swear words from that.
Yeah. You know, I just remember there was an old trailer for the first Medal of Honor game where they're translating German, and I think the one at the end says something about Panzerfaust.
Yeah.
Run for your life. He has a bazooka.
What is politics like in Serbia?
Well, it's fun. It's really fun.
Is it like conservatives versus liberals like everywhere else, or
Everywhere else, it's only America.
well,
No,
also in Canada?
no,
Okay.
it's mostly it has many layers, and the people are so divided. It's unbelievable.
Oh, that's too bad.
And nobody takes politicians seriously, Muslim.
Oh, I don't
Being a
either.
politician is basically being a criminal in Serbia. When you become the president, usually half of the population either hates you or loves you. There is basically nothing else. So no.
Yeah, you know, I think it's quickly becoming that way in America too, especially after Trump. You
Yeah.
either love the president or you absolutely despise him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in here it's bad because our country can't sustain itself. So we are having many problems that nobody is doing, and
Is it like
corruption is so bad here. It's so bad.
so with the economy, stuff like that?
Yeah, economy shit, Muslim. You can still live, but it sucks really much. Most young people just go elsewhere. Germany, Russia, America, Japan. Just they don't want to be here.
Oh,
We are
that's really
having-
sad that like the next generation doesn't want to stay in their own country. Like that's really sad, dude.
Yeah, missing. They do some stay, but you know those people usually want to defend Kosovo or take back Republika Serbia. I don't know how that's Republic of that small part of Bosnia that is mostly populated by Serbs. I don't know how to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Herzegovina, probably?
I didn't hear what did you say?
Probably Herzegovina. Isn't that place you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, and it's we also don't have very good diplomacy with a lot of countries. You know, Serbs don't want to forgive the NATO bombing. A lot of other countries blame us for genocide against Albanians, even though that's really murky. They are till this day. A lot of Serbians are trying to prove our innocence, and a lot of people don't believe us. So I don't really know. I don't want to go to the past. It's really bad. So politics is not really good in Serbia.
Do you want to leave as well, or are you gonna stay?
I'm staying. I don't really want to go to other countries.
Right.
I like this chaos. I like the chaos that is in Serbia. I don't really want to go elsewhere.
Also, hi.
Hi.
How's the mac and cheese?
It is delicious. It is soft. It is thick. It is. The noodles are perfect. They're just at the right firmness. The sauce is nice and thick and creamy. It is a delight.
That's what she said.
Hey, you know what they say. You know what they say. You know, the best pussy sounds like mac and cheese.
Oh god.
Oh, that is not stream friendly.
No. Observation. Goodbye.
Yeah, it's gone.
Well,
We were doing so well.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Hey! You started it. I just finished it.
That's what
it was me that started it. Sorry.
Do you have mac and cheese in Serbia?
Not really. Listen, you can get it, but nobody eats it. Really.
Yeah.
It's in the American aisle.
Yeah.
It's your international aisle just has like all of our gross food.
Yeah, we don't have an international aisle. We have Lidl, if it means something.
Little is great.
Yeah. Lidl is everywhere. I don't think it's in America though.
Lidl is taking more.
No.
I think Lidl is even in Australia. I know Aldi is.
Really?
Yeah.
Legal?
Yeah, LIDL. It's a supermarket.
Oh. Yeah, we don't have any.
I don't know where to go from this point. Maybe I'll just get more minion damage or something. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it's like either that or you could go full necrotic damage and like you can use those abilities that I listed in that one chat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I haven't figured out a good way to do both the Lich tree necrotic damage and also have minions. It seems like if I really want to push far in the game, I can't do both.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
That build
I
looks
would
pretty
love
good.
to play Lich with minions.
Yeah, that's
Well-
why I don't go Lich, because I want to keep the minions.
Yeah, well plus it's like if you do arena you can't push far with the casters so weakened. And that's what the mobs focus on half the time. So But-
Yeah. These guys remind me of the Ethereals from Grim Dawn. Kind of similar.
yeah, even with the Lich it's a little you're still like a glass cannon, but at least with Reaper form you can spec to like half armor equal to your intelligence or something like that.
Mm.
Last Epoch is more akin to Grim Dawn than to Path of Exile or
Yeah.
Diablo.
Yeah, I agree.
They're really similar.
Greetings.
So yeah, politics in Serbia suck. I mean, it's
I think politics anywhere sucks.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Well, it's really funny because they always argue, and it really gets interesting when you see people act like kids and they are supposed to lead our country. But
Yeah, they want to throw fist fights and stuff.
more of stands. Bosnia has more of the. It's more trash talking than fights, but it's really entertaining. To see
Yeah,
them
it's
do
same
that.
here in America. Like you know, right now the Republican conservatives control the House and the Democrats control the Senate, and nothing gets done, and each party wants to investigate the other. It's just bullshit.
It's
Yeah.
like they should stop pointing fingers at each other and just get shit done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
we can put that problem. We
Oh.
have in here it's like a dictatorship. You have one party and the opposition is non-existent. They exist just to say, hey, we have opposition, but because of
Yeah.
corruption, nothing gets done. Znači, people barely, they don't work, they're really lazy, and so we get many problems.
Yeah.
Some really dumb decisions from the past.
Yeah.
In
And if
Australia,
anyone really wanted to make a difference, do they like find a way to arrest them or something?
Yeah, no, you can't arrest the government.
in Australia, it's like you've got the party that is like completely owned by the mining companies and stuff, and like all they ever do is like try to find new ways to ruin forests and get more mining approved and destroy more stuff. And then
Sounds fun.
yeah, I hate that party. And then you've got the other party, which is kind of like more of a left-leaning party, and they're generally a bit better. But they're really similar. There's not much difference between the two parties. So, yeah. But I really hate...
We get the Chinese.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, lots of Chinese problems.
Yeah, we're basically becoming a Chinese colony. It's fun.
Yeah. What I really hate is just how they keep messing the environment up.
Yeah, it's like, you know, they keep pushing, you know, carbon emission stuff here. That's like, we're not the ones causing the problem. Like, you know, the whole Paris climate agreement. It's like, get on China's ass, get on Indonesia's ass. Like, they're the ones polluting and having smog and everything else. It's like,
Yeah.
they're going after the wrong country.
Yeah, they can't really go after China. Everybody depends on China. Just
Yeah.
look at your stuff. It says made in China.
Oh, I know.
They have a solution though, because look at how many people that are living in poverty in America.
Yeah.
Maybe created more, you know, manufacturing plants in America, and then
It would
I
fix
don't
the
know,
problem.
employ those people that are living in poverty. You know, look at all those homeless people. Like, provide them housing, provide them clothes and food, and then let them work in the factory. You know,
Yeah.
And have them have no right.
education as well. You know,
Yeah,
like, that's how it's been.
I think the globalism thing will come crashing down at some point, because it's kind of just shit for most people in that way. Like, why send all the jobs overseas and have all these unemployed people at home? It's kind of weird. It's stupid, in my opinion. And I don't really want like 100 different cheap shovels made in China. Like, all I need is one good shovel that's made in Australia or in America or whatever.
Yeah, even if it's a little like expensive, like
Yeah.
it'll pay for itself when it lasts more than you know one usage. Because that's what I found with a lot of these cheap materials, that you get what you pay for.
You definitely do, yeah.
Exactly.
It's also bad for our national security because you can't do anything about these countries that make all your stuff. You're always like kind of brown-nosing them because
Their culture is different, their system is different, their government is different. They effectively have legalized slavery in their country. They, they've made it perfectly legal to take advantage of their own citizens, whereas we don't really we can't violate those same human rights things, which is it's really twisted. You know, and I'm not implying we should also do the same thing China does. No, I think we need to find a way of improving manufacturing, like either improving automations so that we don't need to hire China to do it.
Yeah, that's one thing I did like that Trump tried to do was entice companies to bring manufacturing back to the United States, which
Trump
for
is
some part was mostly successful.
Trump is a complete dotard. He is, and I don't mean like.
I'm not disagreeing with you there. I'm just saying that his initiative on that was cool, but
he had some interesting foreign policy things that weren't so bad, but then he like had heaps of other things that were really terrible. I don't know, mixed bag. I always hear from.
He wasn't help his people. He was doing it to help himself and his buddies that were in his pocket. Yeah, that's what it is. That's the difference.
Like any politician.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I also have the feeling that I have no idea what's going on in the world, just generally. Like, I have no clue what anything really even is or what's happening. Like, it's all just so confusing.
Especially when you can only hear a certain portion from the media. It's like, how are you supposed to hear about me? You know? It's like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, currently we are not missing much. I'm waiting for that end of the world. I really want it. I'm so hoping for it.
It'll come for sure, I think.
Yeah. When I die.
No, I think sooner. This climate change thing, and like, is like the perfect storm, in my opinion.
Maybe.
There's places that are becoming uninhabitable from it. Like in the Middle East, for example, it's getting unbearably hot. You've got places that are slowly going underwater, right?
Yeah.
That'll make heaps of displacement. And we're already great with refugees, right? Like, just a few people coming and we're all like, oh no, we can't have those people. Bring up the walls and stuff. Well, imagine when, like, the Netherlands goes underwater. That's gonna be like a migration like nobody's ever seen before.
Impossible. The Netherlands can never flood.
Well, we'll see. Maybe their engineering can keep up with it.
They'll outbuild the world.
Yeah.
Who knows? I know Europe is fucked so hard. Everybody else will survive, but Europe will not.
This is a mass migration.
Yeah. In Serbia, we have many problems about migration.
Yeah, I think it said by the year 2050 that like those European countries will barely have any white people in them anymore or something.
Yeah.
We should change the topic. I don't want my
please.
stream to get nuked.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
too late, dude.
I would actually like to discuss all that stuff, but not while
Oh, I
streaming.
know.
this turned into just like I think this is the second stream this has turned into a political stream.
It's because it's
Yeah.
interesting to talk about.
Yeah.
People want to talk about it. I get it. So do I.
Yeah, if only we could just turn into a lich and just take over the world.
Feel my wrath.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
Undead,
fun.
undead would be the ultimate workforce. You know,
Just conquer the world, make it all right.
Yeah.
We would beat
Our
Spain.
minions.
working in any environment because they're skeletons. Yeah.
Yep.
You got radioactive waste.
Cold.
Alright. No worries there.
Yeah, the Chinese would lose so badly if we had undead workforce.
Kind of would be Necromancer's dream come true. For all those
Really?
billions of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you could put them in any kind of like production line, and you can put them in retail. You know, like I'd probably buy something if there was a skeleton, you know, selling it to me. You know, have them in the electronics section. Give them like
Yeah.
a little visor. Have them just slap the TV with the bones. Like it's like this thing has got got all this and that and like, dude, you're a talking skeleton. I'll buy anything you sell me.
Who are you?
Yeah. It would be a great recycling choice. You repurpose the dead bodies of humans.
Mm.
It's like you could put them in like hazardous conditions and they won't be affected.
They're basically robots, more or less.
Yeah.
But less expensive.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes. Much less expensive. So, what would it take to make like mindless skeleton, you know, workers that would be able to work competently? Could they work? Maybe they are more competent than actual zombies. Zombies like you wouldn't want to put them in near anything, specifically food production.
Yeah, it's definitely.
It's like, hey,
Yeah,
quit getting
really
your
bad.
fingers in my product.
There's an eye in me soup. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
and
not the
they would
dumpling.
smell really bad.
Oh, sorry, that's my eyeball.
Yes. Damn.
So how's life, people?
Did you ask how's life?
Yes.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Oh, it's pretty good, I guess.
I'm playing Skyrim again after not playing it for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, no offense to you, Cheb. I think it's wonderful. I love your server. I'm just really, really burnt out on Valheim.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. I'm also feeling a bit burnt out on it. We should give it a long rest, I'd say.
Oh yeah. Because I think until
Yeah,
I can
I'm
figure
back
out,
refreshed, lady.
until I can figure out how I can build my properly build my my mansion, because it's at a point where I'm at a structural instability thing with the marble, so I need to figure out how to add stability in some parts.
Oh, the Revenant came out. Look at that. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, the Revenant?
It's pretty cool. It came out because I got to less than 50% health, but that's the first time it happened. There he goes.
Nice.
So you said Revenant, my mind immediately went to the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's a great movie, I'll be honest.
Where he's
Yeah.
mauled by a bear.
Yeah, the Remnant's good for early game. Probably not for late, but I wouldn't worry about that yet.
Like,
Yeah.
competitive?
What?
I knew I was gimping myself with the Revenant, but I just like the extra minion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it does benefit from your Necromancer perk points, so
Oh yeah.
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it could be useful. I don't.
I don't think it's that useful because it's not out unless you're really getting your ass kicked. But who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know what else we can play though. At this point, like that's like a survival game, unless we play Conan Exiles. Don't know if you want to play that.
Would we be playing with mods?
Yes, for sure.
Oh yeah. Then yeah.
And
I'm willing to try that.
I'm
again.
guessing games like Rage is probably not an option. Whatever that game was.
Isn't that a FPS or something?
Yeah.
I have no
You
clue.
talk about survival games that have Necromancy in it.
Yeah, we are running a Necromancy channel, so.
Yeah.
There's always Minecraft.
Oh god, I'm so burnt out in that game. I don't think I can ever play it again.
What
We
again,
did
sorry?
update it, though.
Minecraft.
But we were talking about Minecraft the other day.
Every now and then I get the urge to play it, so I like fire it up. Then like a minute later I start feeling the burnout. I'm like, oh no,
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't
That's
take
how I
it.
was with Skyrim, dude. Like I'd try to start playing and I'd be feeling the burnout already. Like,
I've already done this a million
screw it.
times before.
Yeah.
I've
Is it-
only gotten inspired back because of this idea I want to pull off for like a sort of an RP thing.
Yeah.
RP. Oh my god, cat.
Every time you go to Riverwood, it like sets in for me. Like when I hit Riverwood, I'm like, oh god.
That's
No.
why I did. I don't live without alternate start now. I can't play the game unless I have alternate start because I can't
Yeah,
stand
that's my
that.
problem.
Yeah.
That's my
where
problem.
I really. Sorry.
I wanted to say that I have problem with Skyrim because I have to download a lot of mods and
Oh yeah.
I don't even play the game. I just give up halfway through downloading the mods.
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably me too. Like I don't want to. Like I got a new computer, like last year, and I really don't feel like reinstalling Nexus mods and all that stuff.
Yeah. What often happens to me is I have like a real fun time getting my perfect mod set up. Then like I play the game, like make the character, and I'm like, oh crap, I'm done. I just quit. But like I spent like several afternoons making the mod situation really good. Or like sometimes I get everything set up and then the game crashes and I'm like, oh fuck this. No.
Yeah. But yeah, what was I saying? For this playthrough, I'm doing something a little bit different from my usual play. I discovered that the old Civili race mod that was based on Alien Sloth's Civili race from Oblivion still works with the special edition, despite it being a legacy edition mod.
Oh.
So yeah, I started playing with it again, and I had this crazy idea, like, okay, what if I play a Civili, but instead of being the brutish, you know, Daedric, you know, demon creature thing that just hits everything, I play a trader. I just play a rich trader.
Yeah, that can work. When you impose those
Speaking
weird
of-
limits.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say real quick. Speaking of the legendary version, or whatever it was, like I'm kind of ticked that I really want to play Sky Oblivion, but I can't because it's for like the latest Skyrim edition. That I still have like the vanilla, like way back in 2011.
Oh
and
yeah, the
it's like,
legacy. That's what
I don't
legacy.
want to rebuy Skyrim just to play the mod. Like, forget it.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be that great anyway if you burnt out in Skyrim. It's going to feel too similar.
Not only that, they've taken out like a lot of the. They took out one of the big things that they did not include with Sky Oblivion, which really disappoints me. And that I'm sure somebody could have figured this out. Why didn't they try to bring back spellcrafting? Like, what was the limitation?
But like at the Arcane University, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like that's like the biggest part of the game that I missed, and you can't do that in Oblivion or in Skyrim.
They should. They should have made like a new version of the engine that just reads the game assets, like same as Morrowind, like Open Morrowind or the other one. That's what my opinion anyway, because I feel like it's just not. It's not
like,
close enough.
You could make a remaster of the game like that uses the assets and the animations and the new content that they had brought in Skyrim, like dual wielding and I forget what the other stuff. What exactly did they add in Skyrim aside from dual wielding?
I don't even want any of that stuff. Like, people can add that with mods if they want to, but I want a stable Oblivion engine that doesn't crash all the time.
Yeah, especially with like the epic necromancy.
Yeah.
They constantly, like, especially when you go back to your lair, the game would crash all the time, and like, oh, damn it.
Yeah. And the save files get corrupted over time, like, even if you do everything right. The game makes you straight up superstitious. You're like, okay, I'm gonna have a completely clean login, like a freshly restarted computer, no extra apps open, and I'm gonna like rotate in my computer chair like 3 times for good luck, and then I'm gonna play the game, and like if I die once, I quit all the way back to the desktop because I know that if I load again, it's gonna be in a weird state and it's gonna be more likely to crash. It's just
all in the code, dude. Like, it just shows its age with the coding.
Yeah.
What if they just took Oblivion and did what they did in with the fucking Unity edition of Daggerfall?
Yes,
and
that's
just did it in a new engine.
That's exactly what I want to happen for Oblivion, and it would be great if it fixed.
Especially Unity 5.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And if not Unity, then Unreal or something, just anything, because.
Oh, that's why.
That engine is not. It's being held together with duct tape, bubblegum, and miracles.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if, like, the old Bethesda team were literally Daedric worshippers themselves, and it's being held together by fucking, sacrifices to Sheer Gorath or something. Or no, wait, Clapicus Vile.
Yeah.
Like, it's Sheer Gorath is in the code. They use Clapicus Vile, and they have to sacrifice to Clapicus Vile to make sure the engine still works in 2023.
Yeah.
Oblivion really needs a remaster.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. And that's
Feel my wrath.
maybe that's what Sky Oblivion will encourage Bethesda to
I
do.
hope so.
Like, oh yeah, the idea. We should remaster Oblivion and compete with Sky Oblivion.
Yeah, they should, because like it looks pretty, but I want spellcrafting back. Like I like the spell system, you know, but I want the spellcrafting back. And maybe also, would it be greedy for me to ask like for spell blending as a perk? Like, that
Yeah,
should have
and
in the original game, and I didn't understand why it didn't. Like, why can't I combine lightning, like a lightning spell with an ice spell and create a maelstrom spell from it?
yeah, and maybe they could, besides the arena story, like they could put multiplayer into arena and you could battle with other players in like a mini game type of
Oh
thing.
fuck yeah, that would be cool. Like actually have like a weekly event be like you can fight other players, like that are
Yeah.
online, but you'd have
Like,
to like
let's-
make sure they're
Let's test your build's metal against other builds.
You know something else that's really awesome about the Daggerfall Unity remake? Is because it interprets all the game files the same way as the old engine, like just with extra fixes. It means that all the old mods also work for it. So you can take like a really old Daggerfall mod and use it, and it will work. Isn't that awesome?
That would be so great for Oblivion.
Yeah.
You could do that with Oblivion too, right?
You would if they remade it faithfully enough that it interprets the game files in the same way. Yes.
That's it. That's if like they actually programmed Oblivion properly, though, because then like any flaws that are in the code would be carried over. So
Well, that's the idea with the complete remake, is you have a completely different structure, like nothing to do with the engine, but it just interprets the files in the same way, but properly. So you have a completely new code base. There's no bugs to inherit. It's all clean. But that's also why it's such a gigantic job. But they did it for Diablo 1. That's how like the hell and all that can exist. It's an open source fan-made copy of the engine, and it works the same.
oh, did Blizzard didn't like take them down for copyright, did they?
They can't. It doesn't use any of the game's assets.
So they literally remade the game.
Yeah, they remade the game minus the assets. So it's got no art or files or anything like that, but it will read them. So all you do is you feed it the files. Same as Daggerfall Unity. Like, it's not any property of Bethesda or anything. You just feed it the files, and it reads them in the way to make the game work.
Oh, man,
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Like, can you trademark code?
You can, sure. Like, it's all copyrightable, right?
Oh.
But if you write your own code from scratch, then it's yours, right?
Like, even if like you
Pretty
use
much.
because I remember a couple of years ago there was a big fiasco when Oracle bought out Java and they were going to scrap the open source materials for it, and people were freaking out that because there were a lot of games that relied on the open source coding of Java.
Yeah, well, the solution to that would be to just, like, write new compilers and things that can interpret the Java language. I'm pretty sure that kind of thing exists, but I don't know. Java is already kind of shit.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. And go back to Minecraft, that Mojang hasn't already tried to like make like a sequel to Minecraft instead of doing like
It's called
dungeons
Bedrock.
or legends.
It's Bedrock.
Well, yeah, but I mean like a whole new engine.
Bedrock.
I think,
that is technically a new engine. Is like Bedrock doesn't use Java.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think,
maybe like update graphics and like new programming, like entirely new Minecraft. Maybe better code.
oh yeah,
Have
sorry,
better code.
sorry, non-hysterical agent. Yeah, you're not being annoying or anything. And I'm sorry I haven't been keeping up with reading your messages. I just got
Oh,
distracted by the game.
Well, plus we can't stop talking, so sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll just read what he wrote, what they wrote.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, it's fine. Yeah, you're not being annoying at all. Don't worry about it. It's nice to have you here.
Yeah, it's nice to have any member of our community.
Yeah. But it will be so nice if they can just make that fan-made Oblivion engine. And it'll be able to run Fallout New Vegas too, because it's the same. And it has all the same issues, like the crashes, the instability, everything.
Yeah, because it's from that same era of development. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can kill two birds with one stone. Or should be able to, at least.
Yeah. And then maybe resurrect those birds.
Yeah, because I think arguably it's the best Fallout game. New Vegas.
Oh,
Yeah.
It has some of the best dialogue trees
Yeah.
in any game, so.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many YouTube videos I've seen of people doing a playthrough of Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah. And I actually really wanted to finish that game, but I couldn't. You know why? Crashing.
Why?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got to a certain point, and it just like I couldn't progress because every time I went there to the area I needed to go to, it would just crash the desktop, and that was unmodded.
That's so annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get the unofficial New Vegas patch.
I'm not even sure that would save it. I think it's such a like a knot at that point. I don't know. Like maybe it would work. I have no clue.
Yeah, that's what I was recommend doing because I wanted to get into New Vegas, and I remember all of the bugs and the glitches on launch, and it was actually what made me not want to play the game until like other people actually showed up and said, "No, dude, you know, if you're like a gamer with self-respect, you need to see this game all the way through. It's got so many good things in it."
It does, yeah. It's an amazing game.
I'm just the only reason I never did before that point was because I am very much against game crunch. I feel like it's, you know, having game dev teams get treated like sweatshop workers is horrendous, and I think it violates a lot of basic human rights.
Yeah, it does.
It's like I get, you know,
yeah,
like what Ashes of Creation's doing. Like, you know, they will release the game when it's ready.
Yeah. And you know, that's why we end up with stuff like the buggy Oblivion engine. It's because they're given a deadline and they've just got to like press something out. They don't get the time.
Pays those shareholders.
Actually, what they should do, and this is like I think would be the best thing they could do, is just have a lot of smaller games in between working on that big game. You know, and have it, you know, be introductory intern work for people who want to get into game development. You know, you give them a job, you know, you put them on a smaller team, you know, as sort of, you know, you're going to be working on these small games. They're very small, very lightweight, and they're going to be pushed out for a little bit of extra money and, you know, for cheap, so that people have something to chew on. Make appetizers, that's, you know, and then save the big game for the main course, because people will be distracted by the appetizers. You know?
I have a feeling that's what
really
Hive want to do with her new MMO.
Like that's why every Italian restaurant I've ever been to gives you bread and salad, and it doesn't cost extra. Yeah.
Old Olive Garden.
Oh, I was thinking we don't have Olive Garden in Canada. We got Eastside Mario's.
Oh.
I mean, they kind of did do that. It's just that they've been feeding us different flavors of the same bread. You know, Skyrim on toaster, Skyrim on Xbox, Skyrim on your phone or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Skyrim or Alexa.
Well, the anniversary edition was pretty good.
Yeah, but not enough to buy the thing at full price yet again. Like, what is it?
Yeah, fuck that.
What they could do is they should do partnerships with like very, you know, they should do more crossovers, I think.
Yeah, they should.
Like, imagine if they did like for their for their mod shop or whatever, or their like their mod store, they created to sort of drum a pipe and also to bring in more revenue. What if they created mods that, you know, were effectively crossover content with Fallout? That
Yeah.
it will piss people off, but it will still be fucking fun. You're gonna have the war nerds going, no, and like
Also-
you're gonna have all these nerds going,
Feel
wait,
my
how
And
does
that-
this fit in? I'm confused. But then, like, at this point, nobody should care.
Another
Stop
thing
caring.
they should do is just share the IP, like they did with Obsidian and Fallout New Vegas, right?
That too.
Just let
Oh
other,
shit, yeah, that's a good idea.
yeah. And then
Like,
we'd have more stuff too, because it wouldn't be just one waiting for one company to do it.
Because their teams are tired. They don't have enough money to pay for a lot of things because they've run up their budget so much because they're trying to appease their shareholders, and because their shareholders are the ones that are getting most of the money, are getting most of the revenue right now. It's just, yeah. Oh, you guys still there?
Yeah, we're still here.
Yep, I'm here.
Just everyone
Yeah.
silent.
Yeah, we were contemplating the wise words of Rambles, just
Yeah, because there's ways they can get through this without working their teams to death.
yeah.
Yeah.
We've unlocked a specialization finally, so we can get the Necromancer, I think.
Let's go.
Yeah, good.
Let's get, this thing, then what's this? Oh no, maybe we didn't get the Necromancer yet. I think we can just specialize another skill. Damn it. Oh well.
Yeah, it's not a special like thing when you get the Necromancy. You gotta go through like you can choose them all. I think
You
it's
can only
some
select
special
one, and then it's a permanent choice.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wait, no, did I get the specialization? Not yet, right?
Well, you know,
Still not
one
yet,
where you have
no.
to like, you know, where you get to the end of where like you find the shades and
Oh,
you know
okay.
you read through the 3 of them, and then it'll let you decide.
Ah, damn it.
Hysterical says you need to clear Temple of Etera to get the
Oh.
specialization.
Okay. Thanks, Hysterical.
Oh, they bumped up the speech check for the Rift and Gate.
Oh, also another thing they should do with the next Elder Scrolls is start it with a multiplayer base. Like, just so that people can do co-op. In my opinion, that would
Yeah.
really be good.
If the game has to be online only, I'm gonna be really mad because
Well,
There-
no. It wouldn't have to be. That'd be just a shareholder decision if it was.
that's what happened with Diablo 3 and why I couldn't play it at launch,
Yeah.
and then I couldn't even get a refund.
Well, no. That making a multiplayer game, like, you can run a multiplayer game without having any, like, anyone connecting to it. Like, do you remember the old days of, like, Quake? You could just open, like,
Oh,
a
yeah.
multiplayer server on your computer and it would just be there.
Good old Quake.
Yeah. There's no reason for it to be connected to the internet at all. It just needs the underlying structure to permit multiplayer. If they did that, then it would be really cool. Because for the single player people, it would be like no different. It's like Valheim, right? You can play it in single player, or you can invite a friend and they just seamlessly join in. That's because it's been built with multiplayer in mind.
Oh, yeah. Like just being able to connect online. Yeah, as long as it's sort of the online elements are separate from the main game, so that if I want to play the game, I don't have to connect to a server. I can just, you know, play the game.
No, you would be the server in that case. Like, single player is you're playing your own
Yeah,
server connected to yourself kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That would be really cool if they did that for the Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, it would be great.
But I
And
don't...
they really need better necromancy in
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls.
They do, yeah. Although, I think with every iteration it's been getting better, like in vanilla. Like, Skyrim was the one with the best vanilla necromancy so far.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And University made it even better.
Yeah.
But still, we really need better necromancy in Sky or in Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
I hope that in Elder Scrolls 6 they do, you know, the right thing and bring back, you know, spell crafting, because it's not fair that Fallout 4 gets legitimate gun crafting, but you know you can't have spell crafting in you know, in like the game that has spells as your one of your primary rangers. And yes, I know you can make fucking bows in that, but what if I don't want to use a bow? Yeah.
Yeah, Fallout 4 did a great job on a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Rambo, you're really salty about spellcrafting.
Yeah.
It's one of the... Because the dual casting was amazing, and being able to, you know, go full caster without having to have like an offhand weapon, or have a any weapon for that matter.
Hysterical says it would be cool if you can customize weapons in Skyrim like in Fallout 4.
Yes, I agree. And also, if they made necromancy work like Fallout 4 Automaton, where you can like put the minion up on a table and like give it this arm and that head and this, it'd be so cool.
Oh
Yeah, that would be great.
Being able to dismember limbs from like fallen enemies and then craft them all together.
Yeah.
I would also like to see some base building, but that's asking too much.
The base building in Skyrim is kind of, or not Skyrim, Fallout 4 is just kind of forced. And plus, all the structures are really ugly, and you can't really make anything.
Oh, but I really love settlements in Fallout 4. Oh, I loved it so much.
Oh, don't get me wrong, it is cool, but it's just the way it's set up is kind of frustrating. I wish I could.
Yeah.
You know,
it wasn't perfect, but
like having to run around. I wish there was a build camera.
Oh yeah, there's lots of things like that that it needs.
Yeah. Still, it would be great if we had that in Skyrim or any other Elder Scrolls game.
Yes, I agree. It was amazing. I really liked that aspect. But it kind of got stupid once you had settlements like literally everywhere and managing them all.
Yeah.
And you can only have settlements in specific locations. You couldn't just pick a random location and make it a settlement.
Yeah, that would be too good if they did that.
And Preston, General, you need to defend this location. General.
Yeah.
You have to go there.
Because, like, what if I want to be in, like, a really spooky location or in, like, a mountainous location?
Yeah.
Yep.
But the fact that they're adding these kinds of mechanics, making it a little bit more like a survival game, is really quite exciting.
Oh, like in the anniversary edition update, they did add a survival mode to the game. So, but unfortunately, the base game was not designed for survival. You know, it wasn't designed for it, because what it does in the survival mode is it turns off fast travel. And there's more than a few dungeons that are one way and usually go into outdoor exteriors.
Yeah.
So you have these instances where you get stuck in this dungeon and you can't get out of this dungeon without fast traveling. So I guess you could turn the survival off, but like honestly, it feels kind of cheap that I have to, you know, like somebody needs to go into all of these dungeons and add a ladder or something. Something that takes me outside without actually taking me outside, because I know I'm already outside, but I'm in a separate zone.
Yeah.
I can't fast travel.
I think I need a break now, people. It's been great though. We've been going for almost 3 hours.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks so much for watching and talking and stuff.
Thanks for streaming.
No problem.
Thank you for having us.
No problem. I look forward to the next time. Probably tomorrow or maybe later today. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, bye everyone. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Bye bye.